Hello everyone, welcome and thank you for finding my channel. My name is Hans. I plan on using this channel as a platform to give an overview and more technical details on the projects and ideas that I help bring to life with the help of programming and a little bit of computer engineering. I'm excited to share my ideas with you all. I'm excited to hear your ideas, and I'm excited to continue learning and growing with the rest of you. Without further ado, let's get started with the first project. Okay, welcome back everyone. This is the repo for my project. I call this project Clip It. It is basically a lightweight automation tool that allows you to use a home assistant, or in my case, Alexa, to send MQTT messages to other computers that have the ability to subscribe and listen to them. Oh, sorry, Alexa activate. Alexa, stop. Okay, sorry. That might happen a few times in this video. So yeah, so if you don't know what MQTT is, by the way, I will have a short overview of what it is. Essentially, this allowed me to use my home assistant. Be careful not to say Alexa. To use my home assistant so that I can trigger or use my voice to record the last minute of what's been happening on my screen. Now, the motivation behind this project for me, I also game, so that was my main motivation. But I was playing Forza Horizon on my computer, and when you're playing a game like, let's say, Forza, and things are moving really fast and you're really into the game, I know that there are like keyboard shortcuts to record what happened and all this and this and that. But when you're in the game, sometimes I play Forza with a steering wheel, so I'm not gonna reach over on my keyboard to click anything. So at the time that this project came to mind, I was actually learning about MQTT with another project that I was doing. And when something happened to me in the game, I was like, I wish I could have recorded that. I wish I could have like triggered something somehow, or maybe say something. And then I thought about that for a little bit more, and Alexa came to mind. And it kind of connected, like, hey, maybe I can get my PC to listen to like an MQTT message and get it sent from my home assistant. And yeah, that's basically how it all started. And well, I think I'll start drawing the overview of it. I think it'll make a lot more sense. So let's get started with that. Well, right before we get started, as a short example or a short demo, is we're here already, so we might as well. Alexa, record that.
Save the clip, sir.
All right. I don't know if you heard Alfred, but yeah, we're able to save the clip right here. Learning about MQTT with talking. I thought about going through it. It kind of connected, like, hey, maybe I can get into more of a high level overview of what's going on here and the components that are making this possible. 1 second before we move forward, I realized after the video that not everybody knows what OBS is, so I wanted to take a quick second to just give a short intro. It's a capturing or recording software. Captures audio, from like whatever you're watching, your audio input, camera input, and your screen recording as well, as shown here. You can plug in devices to it and record those as well. You could also stream straight from here to like streaming services like Twitch and YouTube, I believe. But yeah, that's it. Let's continue forward with the video. So, like I said earlier, this was basically the main motivation for the project. And now, get to the thoughts of how are we gonna make this work exactly. So, we have a little segue here. We have our Alexa right here. Right, we have Alexa. I promise my paint will get better as the video goes on. But we have Alexa here. Alexa, stop. We have her here, and we have our computer, right, which I am playing Forza on at the moment. Just say PC, right? 15, say PC. right? And then we also, now our big question, right, is how do we get these two to talk to each other? That is a very ugly question mark. How do we get these two to talk to each other, right? And what we decided on using was, just Control Z. What we decided on using was MQTT. So now, how does MQTT work? So MQTT is basically a communication protocol that different like devices on a network can use to communicate with one another. So it works this way. So we have this box right here. We'll call this box, put B on it. It stands for broker, right? And everybody else is a client, right? Everybody else talks to and can also listen to the broker, right? Have stuff like this, right? Okay, perfect. So the way it works is that the broker keeps track of these things called topics. So let's say we have topics, right? And we have topic A, topic B, and topic C. Now, each of these clients, so it's client 1, 2, 3, has the ability to do two things, right? They could publish, which is basically update or send message to a specific topic, and they could also subscribe, which is the ability to listen to any changes that happen to that topic. So let's say client 1 publishes to topic A, and he says, okay, change in value to 3. All right. Now let's say these two clients 2 and 3, right? Let's change these value to 4 actually. These two clients, clients 2 and 3, right? They're subscribed to topic A, right? Meaning they're listening out for any changes that happen on topic A. The broker, right? When those clients are subscribed, this broker will send out that notification to client 2 and 3 saying, hey, a message just came in on topic A with the value 4. Now, when these two clients get that message, they could then go ahead and do whatever or trigger whatever based on whatever that message was, as well as they could also subscribe or publish to any of these other topics like B, C, and send their own information to that as well. MQTT is mainly used in spaces like Internet of Things projects, which is basically what this is. This is an Internet of Things project, and that basically means that you have these different devices that are communicating with each other over the internet. That's basically all it is. So how did we accomplish this for our use case? Now, to do that, like I mentioned earlier, we need a broker and we need a client, right? However, with Alexa, right, we don't have the ability to directly communicate to our broker, right? We can't do that, unfortunately. So what do we need? We need a middleman, right? We need somebody that can communicate to the broker and communicate to Alexa. Now, what comes in is these little things. This one's connected right now for the demo, so I'll grab a different one. 1 second. These little microcontrollers are, in this case, this is an ESP8266. For the project, I use an ESP32, but you could basically use any microcontroller that can communicate to an MQTT broker and can also communicate to Alexa, right? So let's say we take this, right? We have our little ESP32 here, right? Now, we're able to program the ESP32, right, so that it could appear to Alexa as an Alexa device, right? It's gonna appear to Alexa as a light. So Alexa thinks it's complaining. Alexa thinks it's controlling a light bulb, when in reality it is doing much more than that, right? So it's gonna appear as a light, and it is then also able to communicate with the broker, right? And whenever, actually, one second, I had to turn off Alexa really quickly. Whenever Alexa sends that signal to our middleman or our ESP32, it'll get, okay, Alexa send a signal, talk to the broker, publish a message to a topic, right? Let's set this topic to record. Let's leave it at RE. We'll know what it is. Set the topic to record, right? And set the value to go. Oh God. Go, right? And it's gonna publish that message to the broker. And on our computer side of things, what we basically did, we had a script, right, that listens out for that message. It's a Python script. It listens out for that message, and when it gets that message, it does something. In our case, it triggers OBS to clip whatever's happened on the screen in the last minute, right? So that's basically the high level architecture of what's going on here. We have our Alexa communicates to our ESP32. Our ESP32 communicates to our broker. Our broker communicates to our PC or to the script in our PC, which then controls whatever we want to do. Right now, before moving forward, I feel like I must mention a few things. Because there are different ways you could accomplish this goal. I realized this as I was working on the project, and also after working on the project, and as I was learning more while working on the project, I realized that there are different ways you can go about it. But I continued to go this way because I wanted to first see this through all the way, and it was a very good learning experience. So yeah, I didn't see it as like a waste of time or as inefficient as it might seem now, right? So you could, right? The way I have my broker set up is that I actually have my broker set up locally. So I have a home server or home lab, and I was able to create a broker using an open source software called Mosquito. Now you could run Mosquito on basically any computer that has Docker, really. I just run it on my home server. You could run it on the computer that you're using OBS on, right? So you could take out this whole middleman here. Well, not fully, theoretically, right? At least the physical aspect of this middleman, right? And just store the middleman. You can store the broker inside the same PC that's going on here, right? Inside the Docker container in the PC, right? And that will basically take this out, and the ESP32 will be communicating right to the PC, sorta. Another way you could do this is that you could make a virtual Alexa device on AWS. I'm pretty sure they're stored, and you could basically have there's a skill you could add to your Alexa that allows it to access those virtual devices, and you could then remove this as well so that everything is just cloud based. I'll add a link to the description. It's called I forgot what it's called exactly, but I know it's possible because I tried it while I was working on the project. But I'll add it in the description below in case you want to take a deeper look at that. So yeah, this is the high level overview of what's going on here. And I want to take a second to get into a little more technicalities on the PC side of things. So we'll have this right here. This is the Python script, or the main Python script, right? this is, I'll call this O. This is OBS. And yeah, let's go with that for now. I think that's a good idea. 1 second. Let's go with this for now. So how were we able to control OBS with Python, right? So OBS has this thing called WebSockets. A lot of apps that you have on your computer have this sort of, in this case, WebSockets or like APIs that allows you to control the application from other parts of your computer or from other parts of your network, right? And OBS basically has WebSockets that allows us that opens up the controlling of OBS to us, and we could do this from a Python script. So knowing that, and knowing that we could listen to MQTT messages from a Python script, now it allows us to use the script as a bridge to control OBS using MQTT. So that's how this works, but there's a little bit more going on, right? And it gets into a very technical side of things here. So this is where I'm going to end this video. I'm gonna have another video about the whole technical and like nitty-gritty of what's going on. But yeah, this is a high level overview. I have a few demos that I'm gonna add in this video, and then you get a better feel for what's going on. But yeah, see you. Hopefully you're interested. Hopefully this piqued your interest, and I'll have an overview of like the technicality of it. It'll also have an overview of MQTT and everything I did to make this work. And if you're interested, hopefully I'll see you there. Thank you so much. Hold on.
No, get him out.
Ah, exciting! No! Insane! Insane! Oh, that is a fun burner.
That's some bullshit. Nice! Let's go!
Let's go!
Alexa,
Oh
record
my
that.
God.